What if I told you that Nintendo's failed console, the Wii U, would one day be worth a lot of money? That people would try to sell them for, I don't know, say $800, and people would actually buy them? What if I told you that I had a feeling that would happen, and so I went and bought a bunch when everybody was jumping ship, when everybody didn't want a Wii U and was making fun of the Wii U? I decided to trade for them, knowing that people would one day wake up and smell the greatness of the Wii U. Well, move over, kids, because that day is today. One of my viewers just messaged me showing that people are selling on Amazon Wii U's for $800. What? $800? I thought the Wii U failed. Well, it did, but the aftermarket, well, it's a funny thing. First off, what people are selling the Wii U for and what people are buying the Wii U for are totally different things. I could sell you a rock for $1,000, but unless someone is willing to give me $1,000 for said rock, well, it's not really worth anything other than, well, worth a rock. So to find out what it's really worth, you need to go to eBay. But here's the thing, eBay sellers, they jack up the price as well. What you have to really do is you type in what you are looking for. For instance, a Wii U. I typed in the search bar, Wii U sealed, and a bunch of listings come up. And they're coming up for $1,000, $800, $1,200, whatever. Don't think you can retire just yet. What you do then is you scroll down the left side of the page and there'll be an option for you to click a box for sold items. Now this is how you find out what something is worth, what things are selling for, because that means that's what people decided to pay for. And to my surprise, there is a Mario Maker right now that's sold for $550, but you also need to factor in shipping, and this thing was shipped for $42, meaning someone paid $600 basically for a Mario Maker. And then right underneath it, someone paid $600 for that right there. So I am actually really surprised. I knew that the Wii U market would eventually, people would wake up and smell the greatness of the Wii U. I just knew it, but I didn't think it would happen so fast. So it's like week number 2 of 2019, and I'm definitely surprised it happened this quick, but hey, I'm not complaining. It happened. I knew people would see the Wii U as a great machine, or at least a collector's item, because here's the thing. It failed, right? Yeah, no doubt it failed, but that doesn't matter to us collectors. Us collectors, we're a funny sort. If something fails, if something is ugly, if something is misprinted, sometimes that entices us even more. And the Wii U, only 13.5 million of them are out there. They are out in the wild somewhere, somehow. Only, let's just round up, 14 million is not a big number. Only 14 million out there, and because it's a family console and a bunch of kiddos were playing, let's just cut that number in half and say only 7 million of them might be complete and or sealed. Now we have a huge number of Nintendo collectors. And here's the thing, collecting, it's never satisfied. The collecting bug is never satisfied. Nobody ever really looks at their collection and say, you know what, I'm done. Nah, we just move on to the next thing. People who came on board with Nintendo on the Switch, maybe now they're starting to collect other things. Or a lot of the people who skipped out on the Wii U are saying, oh, maybe I can get the Wii U now, or I better get it now before it's too late. And well, we are embarking on too late territory. If it is literally selling for double its value right now, and there might only be 7 million out there that are complete or sealed, well, you better act. You gotta act now. If you were thinking of getting yourself a Wii U, now is definitely the time, or actually maybe 2 months from now, because with a video like this and articles out there that are saying that people are selling their Switch for $800, well, there's going to be a spike. Collectors are going to kind of, sort of, well, they're going to jump now, and the feeding frenzy is about to happen on Wii U's, and you'll see a spike in value. Wait 2 or 3 months when the big collectors, the big dogs, have spent their money, then the value will start to drop, and you can get your Wii U back at least maybe retail if you're lucky, but I don't know. After 2019, I bet Wii U's are going to always be double their market value unless you find that random Craigslist or Facebook market posting. And it is what it is. The Wii U, again, it was a failed system, but it was the Dreamcast of this generation. What do I mean by that? The Dreamcast is a system that failed, and yet, when people look back at that generation that it was released with, they remember it fondly and say that it was the best console of that generation. And Nintendo people, well, you know, I'll just say this. As a Nintendo lover, from the NES days all the way to the Switch, the Wii U was a banging system. I loved the Wii U. If it wasn't for the portable nature of the Switch, I probably would have put the Wii U as the best console of all Nintendo's. It's definitely the best Zelda machine. It has like, I did a video on it. I think it has like 11 of the 19 Zelda games on it somehow, some way. If you include Virtual Console, might be 13. I don't know. Go watch the video. I'll post a link. But wow, the Wii U is just, it was such a great system, and I'm glad it's finally getting some love, because I'll tell you what, for the last 2 years, people, it seems like everybody gets a quick pop shot at the Wii U, and it's just one more nail in the coffin. But I'll tell you what, haha, it's being resurrected from the dead right now through the collector market. And if you are one of those collectors, you better get on it, because time's a wasting. That window is closing. $800. It's listed right now on Amazon, but selling for $600. My mind is blown by that, and I'm really happy for the Wii U. So what I'm going to do with these bad boys? Basically, I'm going to sell them. The way I fund my collection is I will buy things and then I will resell them. And I'm a very patient seller. If something is not selling for the desired price that I want, well, I'll just slap a buy it now on it, and I'll wait a year and somebody will eventually buy it. I'm not joking. I got these from people who were desperate to get rid of their Wii U. And they weren't desperate to get rid of their Wii U's because they needed to pay bills or something like that. They just didn't want it anymore, because I would ask them to trade. I never bought any of these off people. I just said, hey, I will trade you a game or 2 or 3 for your Wii U. So I never purchased it from anyone. So if somebody was like, I just need rent money, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take advantage of someone like that. But if a gamer or a collector out there is just thumbing their nose at a Nintendo product, well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 3 games for your Nintendo Wii U, and then I'll just sell it 3 years from now. Don't ever underestimate Nintendo, my friends, because if you do, well, you don't have a wall of Wii U's behind you. Because I'm not trying to brag here. This is how I fund my collection. I basically will get something, and then I will sell it for more, and then I will repeat the cycle. And guys, what are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on the Wii U coming back with a vengeance at double its retail value? I would be very interested to know if you have a Wii U, or if you're interested in getting a Wii U now. Don't buy it from me though, because I'm going to sell it for $600. Start looking though on Mercari and Craigslist posts and Facebook posts, because that's where you're going to get it for cheap. Right now, I don't even recommend paying retail for it. Try to get it for $200, but you gotta act now. Seriously, act now. Start looking. In 365 days, you'll have no choice to pay retail all the way up to $600. Guys, it's dangerous to go alone. Please share this video, this channel with a friend, and have yourself some great days.